Good morning, Jeffrey Friedman, Senior Commodity Broker with RJO Futures, with morning comments on stock index futures, August 28th. I always give you the word of the day, and I will do it today, but I want to explain what is the word of the day. It's really a major concept that will kind of overshadow the stock index futures, the markets, for the tone, and unless something else comes in its way, it should dominate the movement of the marketplace, and that's what I wanted you to understand. So the word of the day would be probably twofold. In my opinion, it's undecided. That's the word, meaning the market is a little choppy, in my opinion. It's in a consolidation phase, and volume is very low. We're kind of in the summer, the middle of or late August, and this is the first time in 2.5 to 3 years that summertime the volume went way down and gave big money managers a chance to take a breather. Now, having said that, let's talk about what's influencing the market. We're slightly lower in the stock index futures, but ever so slightly. Overnight, we had a downgrade of Japan for what was it? Downgrade of the views of personal consumption and house building. So that's a slight negative, but you can see it's not moving the market. Consumer confidence in housing in America. The Schiller report was 0.5. We were looking for a negative on a consensus basis. It was actually better and did not move the stock index futures higher. So they're really wanting to wait for consumer confidence. That comes out at about 40 minutes from right now. So we don't know what it is. I could tell you what we're looking for. Expectations for that number are going to be around 65.7. Last month was 65.9. So a little on the downgrade from expectations. Okay, so we don't have a lot today on the docket. Remember, we got a very big meeting, Jackson Hole, with expectations of our economy and assessment. And that's on Friday during the day and over the weekend. So the weekend could be kind of choppy. People are going to probably want to get on the sidelines before the weekend, in my opinion. Now, have said that, let's go. We do have some personal income, personal spending, initial claims, beige book coming up later in the week, Michigan sentiment, which is kind of like consumer confidence, factory orders. So we do have some economic news to digest, and we will get movement, in my opinion. On a technical point of view, very quickly, let's look at the S&P September contract. Still, we're in a sideways to uptrend on classical bar chart analysis, in my opinion. To change that to sideways to down, we would need a close under 1377. That's your trend reversal point, give or take a couple of points, in my opinion. And then the bears would kind of start to gravitate in and control the marketplace down to probably 1361 or 1352. Those are support levels, classical support levels. On the way up, 1390, we're right around 1405, about, give or take. 1397 held this week, should still hold this week. If we breach that, then the momentum is shifting. Remember, we failed at 1421 to 1425. That would be the key to get above for the bulls to cheer, get on the table and dance around. And of course, if they can close over 1421, the bulls will yell out 1442 is our next target. Remember always, you should be calling me anytime you can. We can talk about any markets you want, fundamentally or technically. Remember always, Jeff Friedman, give me a call. But more important, remember always, trading futures or option to futures involves risk of loss, not suitable for everyone. Good luck, good trading.